Police seek public help on armed robbery suspects, plus search for missing TATAU man. And in world news, father who lost his son recounts Morocco earthquake. Good evening, you're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, and you're watching TVS Nightline. A rare, powerful earthquake that struck Morocco on Friday has killed 2,122 people and injured 2,421 others with injuries, include 1,404 critical cases. One of the family victims on Sunday recounted the events preceding the earthquake on Friday that killed their son as the family sat at the dinner table.
Hamid Ben Henna asked his young 8-year-old son Marwan to fetch a knife to cut a melon for the family's evening meal when Morocco's earthquake hit on Friday night. It happened in a blink of an eye when the room began to shake, the lights went out, and rubble started falling from the ceiling of their traditional house in a remote village of the High Atlas Mountains.
مع 11 تقريبا 11 ونص ياك ملي ما نشتي منسي نعطي الدري ولد الموسى نشد يسير وليد يوي يفوت الدري اداسي الموسى الكوزينه يفوت اللي غادي يفوق الى تشكيل العاصفان اللي تشكل العاصفان تلقي الموس يفوت غير غتمد ما اكلات غير نغفلاسي تردمي دور بلاصه اكل تقريبا متر ونص 2 متر غادي تردم غيد يبيدو لا ضو لحتى كالحش.
According to Ben Henna, he managed to rescue his wife and children after staggering out of the open door into the alleyway as their house began to collapse. But as the dust settled, they saw that Marwan had not made it.
تلسات في الخطة نزرق تلس ونتفوق نهائيا. زلقت لا أزمخ الباب بعدا يقدر بالباب ولي تحصل ولا سميتو أزمخ الباب فغت صغات تمغرت ترصاو فوس سواتي سيني حشميني غادي حيداخنت الدري قمان عرنت تقاورتي اللي أصبح اللي غادي روحني تخليص غدار بيضا نتنتي دي الصوفان.
His little body was only recovered the next day after Ben Henna's brothers arrived by car from Casablanca, 5 hours away, to help lift the rubble. The earthquake, which hit just after 11 p.m. local time on Friday, was Morocco's most powerful since at least 1900. The Moroccan news agency MAP reported on Monday that rescue teams from Spain, Britain, and Qatar began supporting Moroccan rescuers in areas that have been affected by the earthquake, while British Ambassador Simon Martin, in a post published earlier today, said Britain sent 60 search and rescue experts, along with equipment and 4 search dogs, to support the Moroccan-led operations.
A search and rescue operation was launched on Monday to find a 36-year-old man named Ihrahani Qasim, who went missing after falling into the Sungai TATAU near Pasar Baru on Sunday. According to a spokesperson from the Sarawak Fire and Rescue Department Bomba, firefighters from TATAU's fire station were dispatched to the scene after receiving a distress call about the incident at 11:15 p.m. today. Previously, the man was last seen by his in-law jumping into the river from a nearby boat jetty at 11 p.m. yesterday. Despite immediate efforts by his family to locate him, but to no avail, a missing person report was lodged. The missing individual was wearing blue jeans when last seen. The search and rescue team is conducting a thorough search both upstream and downstream toward Kuala Sungai Anau. Police are actively searching for 2 individuals from the local area to aid in their inquiry regarding a recent armed gang robbery. In this regard, Kuching Police Chief ACP Ashman Bajah made an appeal to the public, urging them to provide any information they may have about these 2 suspects. Information can be relayed to Investigating Officer Inspector Elvin Manjan at 012-898-9877 or the Kuching Police Operations Room at 082-244444. These suspects are being sought to assist in the investigation, and they may face charges under Section 395/397 of the Penal Code for armed gang robbery, which carries a potential punishment of up to 20 years in prison and whipping upon conviction. The export of electricity to Singapore will have no impact on the state's domestic power supply, ensuring an ample electricity supply for Sarawak's own needs. Minister of Utility and Telecommunications, Datuk Julaihi Narawi, clarified that the electricity sent to the country is surplus energy generated within Sarawak with a maximum capacity of 1,000 megawatts.
Tarif yang kita kenakan kepada Singapura adalah jauh lebih tinggi berbanding dengan tarif yang kita kenakan kepada pengguna dalam Sarawak. Ours is cheaper compared to what we export. What we export is higher the tarifnya because that is our income for Sarawak in the long term.
He said this at a press conference after witnessing the handover of accreditation letter for solar photovoltaic system design course for University Malaysia Sarawak UNIMAS at the university's Data Putra Hall earlier today. Commenting further, Julaihi said the export to Singapore only involves selling the electricity, while the construction of a 700 km subsea cable will be borne by Singapore. He said the construction of the cable from Tondong to Singapore will be going through Muri-Midai corridor, where Malaysia and Indonesia have signed a treaty. Adding that about 80% of the cable will be in the Indonesian waters, while 20% will be in the Malaysian waters. According to him, the study on the construction of subsea cable construction has been carried out by Sarawak Energy Berhad and has reached the original expectations of the project.
Sarawak is grappling with a shortage of skilled experts in solar system design, posing a significant challenge for providing electricity supply, especially in rural areas. Sarawak's Minister of Utilities and Telecommunications, Datuk Julaihi Narawi, emphasized the importance of expertise in this field for expediting the rural electrification program and stressed the need to train local talent to meet the growing demand for skilled individuals in the solar energy sector.
Julaihi emphasized the importance of expertise in this field to expedite the rural electrification program.
Selain daripada pekerja-pekerja biasa, ini salah satu daripada cabaran lah. So begitu juga dengan competent person untuk solar industry tadi. Jadi target kita seramai yang mungkin lah. Kalau ada lebihan mungkin boleh digunakan untuk di tempat-tempat lain.
He revealed that the state currently only has 126 registered and competent individuals with expertise in solar systems to support the Rural Sarawak Alternative Electricity Supply Scheme, or SARIS, project. He also expressed optimism that the University Malaysia Sarawak UNIMAS, offering solar system-related courses, can contribute to producing more competent individuals in solar system design.
The Autonomous Rapid Transit ART system in Sarawak is gaining recognition as a significant game changer, greatly improving convenience for the people of Sarawak. Kereta Api Tanah Melayu Berhad KTMB Electric Train Service ATS Marketing and Promotion Manager Nur Haslini Shahruddin enthusiastically hailed ART as a transformative innovation.
Nur Haslini said the ART is expected to reduce the reliance on private vehicles on the road, ultimately elevating traffic congestions.
Bagi saya itu ada satu benda yang bagus sebab untuk first macam biasalah untuk mengurangkan pengangkutan awam, mengurangkan penggunaan kenderaan sendirian di jalan raya, so dapat mengurangkan kesesakan. Seorang pun dapat, mungkin dengan ART ni dia punya stopping station tu banyak. So orang lebih akan menggunakan itu sebab lebih mudah. Yang penting dia adalah dekat dengan lokasi yang kita nak pergi dan memudahkan orang untuk ke stesen itu sendiri, untuk ke tempat-tempat yang lain.
No Haslini said this when met during an interview session with members of the media fraternity as part of Tourism Malaysia Sarawak's familiarization trip program in Kuala Lipis, Pahang earlier today. In this regard, she hopes that Sarawakians are equally optimistic about the potential expansion of ART services to other stations within the state. She added that such an expansion would represent a positive stride in enhancing railway services in the region.
Kalau itu memberikan kemudahan kepada rakyat Sarawak, itu adalah satu yang bagus. Mungkin dari situ nanti akan menjadi pilot project untuk extend perjalanan stesen lain-lain kan.
Sarawak sets its sight on a 60% enrollment of students in science, technology, engineering and mathematics STEM education by 2030 in a bid to expedite progress in the digital economy and safeguard its rich biodiversity. Currently, STEM student enrollment stands at 30%, a figure disclosed by State's Minister of Education, Innovation and Talent Development, Datuk Roland Sagawi.
His stag speech was read by the Chief Executive Officer of the Sarawak Research and Development Council, SRDC, Dr. Peter Morin Nisom, at the opening ceremony of the 5th International Symposium on Insects at Pullman Hotel on Monday.
To this goal, stakeholders must play active roles in supporting STEM education. It is equally vital that we create sustainable STEM education, making sure to enable and encourage student participation in this field.
Meanwhile, he also announced that the state government is currently in the process of establishing Sarawak's Science Centre.
So we are keen to collaborate with NTOMA and the universities to establish interactive exhibition at the Sarawak Science Centre that highlights insects and their vital contributions to the ecosystem. Okay.
The Sarawak Science Centre, a 10-storey structure spanning 10.8 acres with an estimated cost of 200 million ringgit, is slated for completion in 2024. The 5th International Symposium on Insects is scheduled to take place from September 11th to 13th, 2023 at the Pullman Hotel, Kuching. The symposium, theme Exploring the Untapped Potential of Insects, is jointly organized by the Centre of Insect Systematics at UKM, UITM Sarawak, and the Malaysian Entomological Society, Entoma.
Sarawak government commits 267 million ringgit to enhance Belawai Beach waterfront. Deputy Minister of Natural Resources and Urban Development, Datuk Len Talif Saleh, announced the approval of the project in the 12th Malaysian Plan, with the aim of establishing Belawai Beach as a perennial district attraction.
Dalam perancangan Malaysia ke-12 midterm review 267 juta, betul lagi dong? 267 juta sudah dilulus dalam midterm review untuk Belawai waterfront. Bukan yang 45 juta dia, 267 juta.
The waterfront development will span from the Belawai Irrigation and Drainage (DID) department to Kampung Lama Belawai, reshaping the entire Belawai landscape. Lan also stated this high-impact project is poised to not only transform Belawai's physical environment, but also offer valuable opportunities for the local community to enhance their quality of life.
Coming up next, Prime Minister hints at the new taxes as Malaysia seeks to narrow budget gap, and Hawaii's volcano erupted for the third time on Nightline's Global News. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The federal government is set to introduce a series of new taxes in 2024, including the implementation of a capital gains tax. Nevertheless, the move should not go beyond the means of the people. This move has been taken to broaden the tax base, diversify sources of tax revenue, and enhance tax administration through the utilization of technology. As the government is re-examining the National Development Plan, including reviewing the Public-Private Partnership PPP policy, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said this is to ensure the implementation of PPP projects can benefit the people and the country, in addition to encouraging private investment and control the financial impact on the government in the future.
Namun harus ditegaskan, kerajaan berkhidmat demi rakyat dan tidak sesekali membebankan rakyat dengan ketetapan cukai di luar kemampuan mereka. Prinsip yang kita angkat ialah pemerataan ekonomi yang adil demi kesejahteraan keseluruhan rakyat.
When presenting the motion for the half-term review of the 12th Malaysia Plan from 2021 to 2025 in the Dewan Rakyat today, he said the review of the National Development Plan is among the 5 main things that will be the government's focus. Meanwhile, other things that the government is focusing on are the expansion of the tax base, transparency in the procurement system, improvement of the targeted subsidy delivery mechanism, as well as improvement of debt and liability management. Anwar said fiscal reform is needed to ensure the country's financial management is more effective and sustainable. He added that the restructuring of electricity, diesel and petrol subsidies and other social assistance will be done to ensure more prudent fiscal management and reduce economic distortions.
Justru itu, mekanisme subsidi bersasar bertujuan memastikan nasib golongan tersebut terbela dan mendapat limpahan manfaat.
Anwar said the targeted distribution of subsidies and aid to the people will be coordinated through the main database system, TATAU, which is based on household data to improve the efficiency and monitoring of government aid. According to him, savings from more targeted subsidies will be able to be redistributed for the purpose of development projects and the people's programs.
The federal government has launched the People's Income Initiative, IPR, a two-pronged effort addressing household income and resolving economic structural challenges. With a staggering 106,492 applications have flooded in to partake in this program, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim reaffirmed that this reflects the government's unwavering commitment to eradicating hardcore poverty by year-end, regardless of individuals' backgrounds or ethnicities.
Anwar also pointed out special program for Sarawak Bumiputra and a special program for Sabah natives have also been put into action, all with the objective of bolstering the income levels of these local communities. Henceforth, the government has earmarked 1.5 billion ringgit to fund a spectrum of projects and programs, all aimed at improving the welfare of the populace. These initiatives encompass the Urban Community Economic Empowerment Program, the People's Wellbeing Development Scheme for Rural Residents, and the Orang Asli Economic Development Program.
The federal government targeted subsidy program is expected to be fully implemented at the beginning of 2024. Economy Minister Rafizi Ramli stated that the time frame was based on the scheduled launch of the main database system, TATAU, this November before it is open to the public for verification of their socio-economic status in January next year.
He told this at the press conference after the tabling of the 12th Malaysia Plan Midterm Review, 12MP MTR, by the Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim in the Dewan Rakyat on Monday. Previously, on May 15th, the Prime Minister, who is also the Finance Minister, agreed to establish PADU to incorporate the socio-economic data of all households within the nation to enhance the efficiency of delivering specific subsidies. As Anwar stated, the system would help the government to ensure that subsidy programs would be implemented in a more orderly manner to prevent any eligible households from being left out.
And now moving on to international affairs. Following the G7 summit, U.S. President Joe Biden held a meeting with Vietnamese Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh in Hanoi. The meeting follows a historic upgrade of diplomatic relations agreed on Sunday, September 10, underscoring U.S. desire to boost Vietnam's global role.
The congregation took place in Hanoi, where both leaders agreed to enhance cooperation in several sectors, such as cloud computing, semiconductors, and artificial intelligence. As the bilateral relationship between China and the U.S. has experienced recent challenges, President Biden is shifting his focus towards Vietnam to ensure a stable semiconductor manufacturing supply. In exchange, the U.S. has committed to assisting Vietnam in modernizing its education system. Several key persons were also in attendance during the meeting, including Google, Intel, Amcor, Marvell, Global Foundries, and Boeing.
The United States Geological Survey, USGS, reported that the Kilauea volcano in Hawaii has erupted for the third time this year, with its lava flows currently confined to the surrounding crater floor. Meanwhile, the Hawaii Emergency Management Agency stated on X that the eruption does not pose a lava threat to the local communities, although the volcanic particles and gases may create breathing problems for the people exposed.
Footage from Big Island VIP, a company that offers tours around the Hawaiian Volcano National Park, showed lava spewing into the air, while webcam images reveal fissures at the base of the volcano's crater generating lava flows on the surface of the crater floor. According to USGS, the eruption was preceded by a period of strong seismicity at the summit in which the agency elevated Kilauea aviation color code from orange to red as it evaluated the eruption and its volcano alert from watch to warning. Situated within an enclosed area in Hawaii's Volcanoes National Park, Kilauea stands as one of the most active volcanoes worldwide. In 2019, a series of earthquakes and a significant eruption at Kilauea resulted in the destruction of hundreds of homes and businesses.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvstv.my or follow us on our social media platforms. Before that, your feedback matters, so be sure to scan the QR code at the top right corner of the screen. And that's all the updates for TVS Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.